Very serious matter, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, the serious mental illness issue in our country. It's been 50 years, 5 decades since our country has done anything to do repair or reform or to assist families like our own. So we're very proud of America and our legislators and Congress and all those up there that found it necessary to hear our voices and to listen to our stories and to do something about it. And this is exactly what they've done with the 21st Century Cures Act. So we're very excited about this as families. We have hope now. Before we didn't have hope. As Gail told you, the experiences that we've had, it was just a nightmare for us, and I'm sure it's a nightmare for a lot of you that are out there as well. So I want to thank you, first of all, for taking the time out here and caring enough about what's going on at home and your loved ones to be here for them and for yourselves, so that we can congregate as somewhat like family members, because this is what we become. When this tragedy occurred to us or in our home, we had to find people that experience the same types of tragedies so that we can speak to these individuals on a personal level, because you find that when you speak about mental illness in our country or in a society, people kind of nod at you and then they walk away. There's some type of stigma that's present, shame involved. You know, we have a cultural shame where a lot of people that have come to me in secret because they just cannot find it in themselves to come out publicly and speak about their tragedy. It's shameful to them. So we've been exposed to all these types of situations, but now where we're at, you find on TV even, I see sitcoms speaking about mental illness now, which I'm very proud of, because a lot of the stigma occurred when our Hollywood industry kind of categorized mental illness as evil and as a bad thing, and these individuals kill people because they're evil and things of that nature. We just had an incident in Knott's Berry Farm a couple of months ago, actually last Halloween, where they were going to put up a mental health hospital and have a lot of zombies that were mental health patients there to scare people and to depict death and depict blood, types of scenes, and we weren't having it as advocates. So the Orange County people and ourselves, we wrote those people letters, and that they did take down that multi-million-dollar experience they had in place. They were all planned on it. Yeah, give them a hand, because I respect them for that. It was, very troubling to know that people were finding this type of entertainment amusing to them, and they would pay money to go see it. So that's never going to happen again. So little victories like this, as family members, we're very proud of being able to be put in this position and given the platform that we have been given nationally. We're very humbled by the situation that we're able to move mountains, for lack of a better word. We're able to really go out there and represent the family members that are out here suffering still today. Our family members are incarcerated, or they end up in morgues and on the obituary lists, or they end up just homeless, and in all these types of situations. So I'm here today to speak about the 21st Century Cures Act, which was written by Dr. Tim Murphy. He's a psychologist in the Navy. He's a trained Navy officer. He's been in the Navy for the past 40 years. I have a lot of respect for the man. Throughout this journey, I learned a lot about him and his experience as a doctor, and he shared a lot of personal stories with me. And he even became open enough and close enough with us as family members to share that he himself saw his dad. He walked in on his dad, and his dad had cut his wrist, both of them, and he was there left to bleed in the bathroom. And as a young boy, he saw this and was exposed to suicide. So we were stunned by the fact that he was able to come out publicly after it had been like already 3 years or so since he's written the bill and proceeded trying to get it passed. And on the floor, in the Senate floor, he did share that with us and the whole world, actually, which was quite. It was a connection that we actually made, because at that point he did become a family member. He was one of us. So we really took that as something that was a big accomplishment for him, and we appreciate that. So I have a lot of information for you. I want to give you opportunity, first of all, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to ask questions up front so that as I go about my speech, I can go ahead and address some of these issues that are very concerning of yours. I know there's a lot of them right now, but I'm going to take a couple of your ideas. If anybody has anything they want to say at this point, I'm going to go ahead and open that for you at this point. If not, I'll proceed. Go ahead.
I'll ask.
Of course.